How you doing, my friends? Florida History Hunter, and we're exploring Beresford Trail, which is not exactly the midpoint between the Spring to Spring Trail. We'll take a look at the Spring to Spring Trail right here. So we're down here, and one trail goes to here to Blue Springs, and the other trail's fragmented up to DeLand Springs. There's a couple spots through here where there is no real trail. And, straight across here is Deerfoot. It's an actual road. Goes back to probably the late 1800s, where it was a wagon trail. Looked pretty much the way it looks right now, with this nice canopy of trees. Give me a moment here, I'm going to lose my sunglasses. And then I'm going to also see what happens here with the mosquitoes. But at some point we're going to layer up a little bit, especially if we decide to go off trail. So this road here, Deerfoot, there's actual photos from the late 1800s, early 1900s. A couple wagon loads of people up at the lakefront here. The lakefront would be on the Lake Beresford, which we know has history. Going back to the 1700s, they say 1700s, with the Beresford plantation, and then before that, Indians lived in this area for close to 5,000 years. All through this part of Volusia. You can hear the cicadas in the background. Give me a moment, I'm going to put some sleeves on here. I'll be stepping off the trail momentarily. sleeves and gloves. So off to our left is usually flooded, and off to our right is also another swamp area. This is kind of a large square. Take a moment and spray down for ticks. Being careful not to spray it on the camera or in my face. This stuff will run a camera lens. Alright, we're gonna find a place to step back in here. Here we go. Also being careful not to stick our hands into any pygmy rattlers. I wanted to check this spot out. See if any old bottles ended up down here at the bottom of this mud hole. Sure stinks. A pretty big piece of glass. It's got a lot of bubbles in it. This is an old area. Look, there's a piece of concrete with a lot of shell in it. It's almost as if there was some kind of structure. Look, is that more glass? That's definitely a piece of brick. And that is pretty modern. No, maybe not. I can't see the seam. Seam to the top. Can't tell. Oh, that's an old piece of brick. There's another piece of glass. Just like the last one I just found. Some kind of piece of flooring. Stone. Alright, well, let's get back on the trail. So there's a little waterway right here. You can see it going down there. And I think this is a return to the lake. That's leading down to the lake. And we got these holding tanks right here, and that is coming out of the ground. There's actually a artesian well down here someplace over here. Looks pretty stagnant and stale at the moment, but these two used to bottle water here. There's another piece of wall or something right there. Looks like it goes right to there and then goes that way, like maybe another holding trough, and there's another one out here. Oh yeah, there's some more stone from one right there. This one right here. And usually the water trickles right out the back here, and it collects out in the swamp and then turns off to the right. Look, fence post. So this, certain times of the year, has a pretty good flow of water coming through it. It fills up back in there, and then it makes the hook to the right to head out. Excuse me there. So we're gonna walk back along this swamp edge, carefully watching out for snakes, but also on the lookout for boar. A modern piece of glass. Another modern piece of glass. So the boar, wild pigs, they do their rooting, and the rooting turns up artifacts. I just like to come out a couple times a year to this area, see if they turned up anything new. And I see all kinds of glass laying on the ground. That's modern glass, modern glass. Get back in here, we can start seeing evidence of brick and mortar. And that's from the house that used to be located back here. Pretty sure it had something to do with the Beresford water bottling. Here I am, track coming down the tracks. We crossed underneath of that at the tunnel coming into the park. So look at the size of this live oak. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 feet across. I'm seeing bottles and glass, but it's all modern. Back to that live oak. Towering up there a clip. Trying not to knock all the spider webs out. Okay, look. Check this out. Bring the camera down a little. So look, there's a brick debris field going all the way out to that tree line, all the way out into there. Look at that, look at that. Oh, look at that, look at that. More of that brick field. So this is where the house was located. Between these two oak trees. I see this one. I see another oak tree out there on the other side of them. Here's that other oak tree, and look, it's a whole debris field of brick again. So we're pretty confident, I'm pretty confident that, you know, the house was sitting out in there somewhere. So that's what I came in here to look at today. We're not doing any digging or anything, but sort of hoping maybe there would have been some rooting going on, but I see zero evidence of the rooting. Oh, I see some glass right there. And That is old glass. That is manufacturing company something another. That's like 1800s, early 1900s. Just about make it out. Wow. Okay, well, I was hoping to find something out here today, and I did. So we're going to ask ourselves where it come from. And I'm going to set camp from around here somewhere where somebody was digging that out. Just puts it under this palm tree. So we could be in a debris field right here. So I want to come back when it's cooler. I'm going to metal detect and excavate this area. Look around a little more and see if I see any other little pieces of glass laying around. There's a flower pot. Plastic. This is the East Rim of Lake Beresford. Just step out here. We are slogging. In case nobody's heard of that term before, it's basically hiking in water. Most of the time you hear people gotta be careful. They don't want to enter that grass area. That's where them little alligators would be hanging out. There's a cypress tree, and it's never seen these before. I don't know what they are. They're all over it though, so it must be some kind of a pine cone. Just went through a serious amount of insects. Whew. I didn't breathe any of them little suckers in. There's a swampy area to the right here. Behind a bunch of trees, and so it stays wet all day. Okay. Close to, there's an alligator right there. Sure looks like one. Yep. That's why I didn't want to approach that grass. Yep. Alligator right there. Just went down. So you can see all these pylons sticking up. There used to be a really large dock here, and a good sized building to the right of this here. Looking for that alligator. Should be popping up soon. But chances are it either came out of that spot or this spot right here. And it's not going crazy. So I'm gonna back up. Back the truck up. Still don't see it. There he is right there. Popped up and he went back down again. Something's right there. Saw a turtle. Alright, we're back. There's our gator. We just walked around the back here. He's casing us right now. Well, this cypress tree, it's got a hollow in it. And hear the buzz of the insects. Excuse me, I gotta sleeve up again. Piece of plastic. I'm always looking around. It's like 5,000 years of human history here. All mixed in with everything out here. One moment when I grab for my gloves. see more brick right here. It's funny. But you could also see some brick stuck inside this palm tree, where the palm tree was growing around it. And there's a bunch of sand brick up in there. Oyster shell. Lots and lots of bugs. There's some more red brick debris from the house that used to be out here. So this is a big garbage pile. Oh, he's got glass coming out of the ground. So this is a ACL Pepsi. There's a tube, electrical tube, right there from knob and tube. I keep those. Future art projects. So it's a big trash pile. I'm sure it goes down that way along the river. Remember, we're looking out for wasp nests and rattlesnakes. Not rattlesnakes, pygmy rattlers. Alright, so we're going to do a little trail hike now. So all of this area, all back from that point to that point, all that way, was all part of the Deerfoot water bottling facility. My understanding, they didn't have their own bottles, so I don't know if they just sold it generic. So we're standing right at the end of Deerfoot, and we're going to take a left, and there's two we could do right along the waterway. So we're going to try to stay away from that because of the amount of small insects. And we're going to hike this other trail through here. It's a real hot one today. Last day of the month, Friday afternoon. We're going to do a road trip tomorrow, beachside. The hopes that that Boeing gets their rocket off. We're going to go over there and bear witness to that. Okay, my friends, you've fought a history hunter here, and we're just going to let you enjoy Here's where the cross trail is, but it's really rough going that way. And this trail heads down a pretty good distance. Did you hear that? There's actually a little chunk of floating dock right there. And there was either a turtle or a gator sitting up on it. It's like a raft. So we're not making the long walk today. It's way too hot. That trail goes down. I don't know. I'm gonna say it's another 10 or 15 minutes. See a lot of really large volume of crushed glass out here. Leads me to believe that somewhere on the side over here there's gotta be a bottle dump. But this time of the year, darn near impossible to find that stuff. We don't get that seasonal cold like they get up north. So, try bottle digging in that. Actually, oddly enough, I do see glass off to the right here. Definitely getting the gloves on. Give me a moment here. Probably modern, but let's see. I've been surprised on hikes back here before. It's a modern Bud Light. Get it close to the trail. That looks interesting. Look, there's a trail right there. It's right there. trail is broken. See it out there, it looks like. So they go like that and around. Negative. Seems to end. Snake. Or slithering, but no trail. Oh, wait a minute, look. There's the trail. There's a spiny back orb weaver. Look what I see. This is the result of boar rooting. I don't see the trail though. But I do see where the wild pigs have been. There's another train. It's easy to get lost back here. All stuff's looking the same. I can see the trail skirting around. And there's the trail again. Look, there's another game trail. Toot, toot, toot. I can see the train through the trees. Southbound Amtrak auto train. And look, we're back to where we started at the tunnel. So I thank everybody for joining us on this trip around Lake Beresford. And we did the Deerfoot Loop, and we're back just in time to see the last of the Amtrak auto train headed towards Sanford Station. And there it is, the end of the Amtrak auto train, and back to our start point. So that's south towards Blue Springs and Orange City, and that's north towards DeLand Springs. Problem being is this park doesn't take you out. You end up back here. I have to go out on the main road for miles. So it's really not a spring to spring trail. At least I don't call it a legitimate trail if you have to share it with the highway with automobiles and trucks. Your Florida History Hunter, again, thanks for watching. As we're standing in the tunnel. Echo, 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 echo. Woo, 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 woo. Click that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Wherever it is, it's down there somewhere.